it. It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm not going to wait for viewers to get on, as I've not posted or streamed for a while, so I'll just get on with it. But the world's in a really strange place at the moment. I think we're all. I think I said it a while ago to some friends, like all of us creators, let's say creators, YouTube creators, Rumble creators, etc., David Clues. So we're taking a break at the end of next week. I think it is. It's a wasp. A lot of wasps around this year as well. A lot of wasps around. Do give the show a like, guys, as well. Please give it a share if you feel the need to support my work. And I will. Look, the reason I've not posted for a while is because collectively I'm seeing all of our YouTube channels with what we talk about. The numbers are going down. People are losing interest because the world's in a really strange place at the moment. I think there's nobody watching yet, apparently. Anyway, and I thought, what's the point in? I don't think there's any point in pushing a channel along if the algorithm's against you, which we know it is, and people are starting to turn the focus away from fear-based news, I think, with what we've learned. And I think the world's in a really strange place. We're in kind of like a plateau. It'd be nice if somebody was watching. Yeah. Anyway. And the world's in a really strange place. It's so funny how you got nobody watching. Anyway. This is the spot either. This is actually red paint that I was painting on the boat last week, and it's horrible paint. It's really toxic, and I thought it was a little spot, and I left it on my face for 2 days. It's actually sore when I touch it. Yeah. Anyway, but going back to where the world is right now, what's happening with Israel. They're destroying themselves. Good to see somebody watching. How are we doing? And collectively, I think everybody's focus is starting to. Strange people in the chat I've not recognized. Anyway, it's been a while since I've streamed. But yeah, like, there's 12 people watching. I think the signal might not be too good where I am, actually. Anyway, welcome to people chatting in the chat. Sonia's not streaming this morning. I don't think she's very well, so I thought I'd just jump on and say hello, a little catch up to where we are in the world, and do give the show a like, guys, please. Not seen any likes yet. Yeah, so I've got a few things I want to talk about. Like I was talking before, about 20 people watching. Good start. It's like slow, the stream here, but this is a good summation, right? Like, I thought about this. I really like thinking on my own and deep thought, analyzing the way you think, analyzing the way your consciousness is connecting to the ether. And it's interesting because I've had a lot of like telepathic moments recently with people about to call me, and then they call me. I've just thought about them, and this is like, do you know what? Some really strange people in the chat that I don't recognize at all. None of the regulars chatting in the chat. It's a bit strange. Anyway. Strange. The chat's changed as well. I'm just looking at it. It's all changed. So, what was I saying? I'm getting thrown off by the chat. But, yeah, it's It's full on crazy where we are. I think as a people, as a civilization, I guess this is what happened to Rome when Rome started to fall. The crazier the laws become, the closer the civilization is to the end. Marcus, what's his name? Cicero. Cicero said that. So yeah, I mean, oh yeah, that's what it was. The last 5 years, even currently, we're watching a genocide take place. This is really weird to stream today. The 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 chat is not like, I'm not seeing any of the regulars in the chat. It's really weird. Really weird. Anyway, I think there's bots in the chat actually. If I'm honest, I just timed one of them out. It's like, who are these people in the chat? I don't know. Oh, sounds when you drop your phone. World's watching a genocide at the moment. 4 or 5 years ago, they tried to kill everybody, or they tried to harm or kill most people on this fucking in this world. I'm not saying planet, I'm saying world. Okay, they're spraying us like bugs. There's something else as well. I can never remember the fourth thing, but there's 4 major things happening that we're all living through collectively. We're all living through it. It's like the chat, the live chat is like non-existent. It's weird. Anyway, but there's like 3 or 4 things that they're trying to do that are major. They are majorly trying to kill us. They are making us sick. I'm not even going to talk about the boomers yet, because I am going to talk about the boomers again today, because ZYX, welcome, Ride Free, good to see some regulars in the chat. And Emil, my name is Rob, not Ron. How you doing, buddy? So, but look, I mean, and this is where I am, right? We're all living through this fucking shit show, right? And it's a fucking shit show. It is. Look at the state of the world. I go to the beach every week, right? Every weekend. I go there on a Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And I'll just park my car and just sit and watch the sea. And the demography of people, right? Last night I went there to a different spot I normally park in. The different spot was black African people everywhere. That's the truth, right? I'm not even exaggerating it. That's the fucking truth, right? And yeah, that's the other one. We're being invaded, and we are being invaded. We are being invaded. Serco are running it. King Charlie Boy is supposed to protect the people. He was pictured with Starmer and, was it Merz? The German PM, I'm not sure who it was. Yeah, Ecology Plan for 100%. And it's like Britain, Albion, the UK, England is seriously being invaded. The demography of people when I go to the beach at the weekend, I've almost got no words. I've almost got no words for the visible change you can see in people on the beach. Honestly, it's crazy. And what do we, right? So we're being invaded. They're spraying us like bugs. We're all collectively watching a fucking like genocide. It's not a war. The majority of people in Palestine are women and children because they could have killed all the fucking men. Rafah has been leveled. They've destroyed over 28,000 buildings in Rafah. Rafah's just rubble. They've even blown up the fucking rubble to hide the rubble. You know, and what they're doing, right? Fact, there was 2.49 million people in Palestine before the war started, before October 7th. They're building a camp in the ruins of Rafah to have 600,000 people. Funny number that, isn't it? 6,600,000. So they're saying about, I don't know what the factual number is on how many people they've killed in Palestine. It's something ridiculous, like 50,000, something like that. Between 50 and 100,000, I think it is. So there's 2.49 million people in Gaza before the war started. And they're building a camp for 600,000 people to put all the Palestinians in. So what happened to 1.9 million fucking people? Where are they? 1.9 million people. How do you know that much? Welcome. Welcome, Alana. It's nuts. And it's like, our country's been invaded. Let's get to who's doing this later in the episode. Our country's being invaded. They're spraying us like bugs. We're watching a fucking genocide. What's the other one? And they tried to kill and harm everybody in the world 4 or 5 years ago. In the meantime, we're all paying silly prices for fucking food and water and electric when we could collectively gather electricity free from the ether. But meanwhile, we're living in this absolute fucking tyranny where COVID stopped. It seems to like have plateaued at the moment. It's just, there isn't really going anything on. There isn't really anything going on, but there is a lot of stuff going on. And I think, like it's got to David Clues, he's shutting up shop, UNN next week, for the foreseeable future. And emotionally, it does take its toll on you. That's not why I've stopped doing it. Why I've stopped is because I've been working on my boat, and I'm going to be leaving in under 3 months, which is great. And you know, those 4 facts: our country's been invaded. They tried to kill everybody 4 or 5 years ago. We're watching a genocide, and they're spraying us like bugs every day. And we're just supposed to what? Shut up and take it, and just carry on, keep calm and carry on. Imagine being part of the royal family and having millions in your bank account every day to do whatever the fuck you wanted with. They talk about equality, which is a fucking meaningless word. There isn't equality in the world. Never has been, never will be. It's nuts. And what do we do about it? Do we just take it like a good little slave? But if we go to London and start shouting and bawling, you just get arrested. So what do we do? Is there much we can do? And I guess my final point on this little topic I've just been talking about is it about winning, or is it not? Is it? I'm thinking maybe we're not supposed to win this. It's not about winning. It's about how you deal with what's going on in the world, how you react. It's just crazy. Like, it's crazy. Meanwhile, Gates and Nestle have teamed up. This is very recent. It's just about like last week, as just mentioned. Nestle and Gates have teamed up to literally start privatizing the water in America. And when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Like the boomers. I'm sorry to say this, but and not everybody, but a lot of boomers are very self-centered because of their upbringing. And when it kind of got to like the 70s and 80s, the whole Woodstock movement, the whole, let me just turn my phone, do not disturb. When it got to the whole Woodstock moment, where this sort of freedom, liberal wave of liberalism came about, free spirit, all this stuff. That's when a lot of them, I think, sort of felt like they were missing out with the whole family thing, and they hadn't lived in their own mind with that sort of, it's crazy. Some of the videos, there was a video a couple weeks ago I watched of an old woman, and I wish I had it. She summed it up brilliantly. She was like, they were talking about the state of the world, and she was like, well, doesn't really bother me. I'm not going to be here. What sort of fucking attitude is that? It's, what sort of attitude is that to have? It's not really going to bother me. What's the point? I'm not going to be here. What a fucking awful attitude that is. It really is. And they should be ashamed of themselves. They should. People who don't speak out and they know that something's wrong. It's like the pilots flying these aeroplanes, spraying us. Like the pilots, like, what goes on in their fucking head? Are they just doing it for the paycheck and the comfortable lifestyle? Do they not see what they're doing? Well, I mean, it's debatable. I think they're using drones as well. There's days where I look up at the sky where you won't see any planes, but gradually you'll see the sky getting hazier, but you won't see planes. That's when I believe they're spraying us with drones very high up, and you can't see the drone because it's so small. It's crazy. It's all theater. All this, I've switched off from watching. Well, not totally switched off from it, but switched off from the war commentators, because I think the information that they put out is dead information. You literally, you watch like Danny Haifong or Scott Ritter or something like that, and you watch a show, and you finish the show, you look back, and you'll go, what's the point in any of that information? You gain absolutely nothing from it. Absolutely nothing from it. So yeah, I mean, also I'm just watching the chat. Emil, my road tax for this car is 3-litre V6. My road tax for this car, right? It more than doubled to £745 per year. It's like 62 quid a month, 63 quid a month, I think it is, for road tax. Systemic corruption worldwide. It's systemic corruption worldwide. Honestly, it's just crazy. It's crazy. The United States of Israel. Well, I mean, the whole Israel subject, they are destroying themselves. I mean, it's really interesting. What's the world going to be like in 2, 3, 5 years from now? Will and they tried to kill him 4 or 5 years ago, and there's still a lot of people dying. Do you remember pre-2020 when you hardly saw an ambulance? You maybe see 1 or 2 a week. You'll see or hear 4, 5, 6, 8 ambulances daily now. So work that one out. How did Nigel? Welcome. Kelly, welcome also. It's crazy. Really good saying, actually. I like. It's the trouble. And it's so true. It's like before what I said about us wanting to change the world. Right? This is why I did my YouTube. This is why I did Twitter. And about money for me. People with small accounts running Patreons and shit like that, they need to check their heads a little bit and find out why they're actually doing a YouTube channel. Is it just for money? Is it just for money, or are you doing it from the heart? And it's like, can we change the world? Or what's it all about? can we change the world? Well, yeah, yes, collectively, I guess we can, but the problem that we face is not having unity with everybody, and even bickering amongst our movements, and a lot of that's catalyzed by the likes of Tommy Robinson and all these shills that take you down a cul-de-sac, a dead end. So can we change the world? Yes, I guess we can, but is it going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's very good to be positive. I'm a very positive person, always have been, but maybe it's not about changing the world. Maybe it's more about changing yourself, speaking from the heart, do no harm to others. Imagine a world where we lived in where people didn't do harm to others. Hegelian dialectic. Hogdan, totally. And is this group of people? There was an interesting poll. What was it? Somebody was looking at the Jewish race, let's say, and I can't be sure of the actual figure, but the rate of what's it called when you're not schizophrenia I'm pretty sure on this, in the Jewish race of people, you should see how high the percentage is. I think we can see how this shitty little state on the edge of the Mediterranean, that's exactly what it is. It's a terrorist state. They run the world of cybersecurity. Going forward, that's very dangerous. Very dangerous with technology and how it's being run and used. Palantir, the Lavender program, where a drone will hover over you, it'll scan you, it'll know you, probably. We've all been in a shop, so it'll know you. Co-op are using AI now. And the Lavender program run by Palantir, Alex Karp, etc., that will bring up your credit score and what you believe in, and it'll give the drone permission through an AI fucking program, and it'll give the drone permission to either kill you or let you go. Probably kill you. So you've got a shitty little state on the edge of the Mediterranean full of settlers who are mainly from Eastern Europe and America, Britain, France. Did you know there's 2,500 British people fighting for the fucking IDF? 2,800 people. What's it all about? What's it all about? Because what we've been watching, what we've been analyzing, witnessing, and it's also, there's a really good point about this. They want us, the Goyim, to hate them because you're kind of going down to their level. It's crazy. Welcome, said YX. Welcome to see you. So yeah, it's a shit show, and it is a shit show. I mean, daily there's between 50 and 100 people being murdered in Palestine. There was 85 people gunned down on Saturday, I think it was, or Saturday, waiting for food, starving. Did you see the video? There's a video of a guy, old guy in Palestine. I'm getting quite upset about this. Awful. You literally watch him die in front of you. This old guy, maybe 60, 70, he gets everybody's very thin in Palestine because they're starving people, you know. And there was a food where they give out food in Palestine. when they give out food, there was an old guy there. It was in, what video was it in? I can't remember what video it was in now. The guy gets to the front of the queue with his pot, gives his pot over to the people. By the time they return his pot, the guy's just died, literally in two people's arms, and they drag him away. And the guy comes around with the pot to give it to him, and the guy's he's just died, and he's being dragged away. So KGV, welcome, bro. So what's, you know, I don't even know what to say about it. You literally see him die from starvation, waiting for food. And like David said, sport. Like David was watching the golf yesterday, and I can't watch sport anymore. We all know what's happening in the world. They're spraying us daily, making us sick. We're being invaded. There's a genocide taking place, being live streamed every day, and they tried to kill everybody 4 or 5 years ago. So while we're living our lives in the first world, all this other stuff's happening. I mean, in the Middle East, right? Let's just finish that point, because yeah, as I said before, maybe it's not about winning. It's about how you deal with it, how you react to situations. You don't react, because when you react, you give your power away. Don't react. Does anybody know about David's Corridor? David's Corridor is a massively sadistic operation, and it runs through Syria, and it runs through Syria and Iraq, and it ties up. It's a bridge between Israel and, I think it's Iraq, actually. It's called David's Corridor, and it's the start. It's the first wall, the first border, the first line of the Greater Israel Project. In fact, David's Corridor runs up like northeast, I think it is, towards Iraq. And when you look at the Greater Israel Project map, that David's Corridor is the boundary of that extension of Israel. Now, like I said before, there's a shitty little state on the edge of the Mediterranean, and it runs cybersecurity. Do you think it's wise to make that country fucking bigger? Do you think it's wise to make that country bigger, greater, with what they're doing? Crazy. But at least people are aware of what's happening now as well. How could you not be? But the people that aren't speaking up about it, that know what's going on, start fucking talking. Start speaking up to friends and family. I'm not even going to talk about people close to me, because do what you want. I know, you know, I'm not going to get involved in it. But you either stand up for what you believe in, or you run away like a little fucking coward. That's the reality. Because things have got to change soon. Otherwise, we're all Palestinians. I like this religion, Judaism, the Zionist faction, all these crypto Jews, this bunch of people that they don't think like us. They believe in usury. Even quite a lot of political figures in Iran are fucking Masons. And a lot of them went to private schools in Britain back in the 50s and 60s. All this stuff, theatre. Break the word theatre down. The art. And it is theatre, a lot of it. But included in that theatre, people are dying. Kids are being blown up. Some of the videos you can see from Palestine, honestly, no words. No words to describe it. The United States of Israel. It isn't the rebels who create the troubles of the world. It's the troubles of the world who create the rebels. True. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep it short today. I just want to jump on and let you know where I am. Still alive. Still surviving. Hope everyone's well that watches this. Please do give it a like and a share. It does help me out. And yeah, crazy time to be alive. Fascinating time to be alive as well. I'll be honest, and I will be broadcasting from this channel soon, but when I go away in the boat in the future. Like I said, I don't think it's wise to try and force a channel along when the algorithms are just like, there's like 7 people watching. There's like very few people watching our channels, and it's yeah, Plant Seeds of Truth is a good one. Yeah, and ZYX, I'm actually sailing to Africa for the winter. That's my plan. So I'll be sailing to Africa very soon, and I will be doing shows from the boat live at Anchor and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway, right, big shout out to David Cruz as well. He's a good dude. Love you all. Eyes open, no fear. Ciao for now.